She's got her rubber gloves on. That means one thing, and I've excelled myself with this one. How do you feed 8 people twice for £3 and a penny? I'll show you. We've got to wash this lot. That's for later, but we've got to wash this lot. Chop it. Just chop, that's it. Wash it and chop it. So I'm going to do that now. See you in a bit. So for this recipe, you're going to need a bag of carrots. 1 kilogram of carrots there. They were 59p. Some parsnips. 500 grams there. And they were 49p. Onto the potatoes, the everyday essentials. They're wonky potatoes. You get 2.5 kilo there, 2.5 kilogram, and they were £1.9. A Swede, that was 48p. And a malted bloomer, that was 99p. In actual fact, that was quite an expensive loaf in Aldi's. There were some considerably cheaper, but I don't think you can beat a nice crusty bit of bread with what I'm about to make. This is from Aldi's. All the prices are there. Look, if you minus the Flexi Loop carrier bag and just take your own, all that added up, minus the 9p, because that's what it's about, isn't it? That's what it's about. It's about saving money. Right, well, I jumped online, and when I said considerably cheaper, I didn't think that considerably cheaper. 36p for a loaf. I mean, that's what it's about. That's what it's about right there. 36p instead of 99p. So yeah, total cost of the meal, £3.64 with the ingredients I bought with the 99p loaf. This loaf is 63p cheaper than mine at 99p. 63p cheaper. That takes the total of this meal down to £3 and a penny. It's all chopped and washed. Got a bit creative over here, so we won't eat him. He's safe. Next step, grab your pot or your saucepan or your casserole pot, whatever you want. Doesn't have to be a pressure cooker. Get your hob on, nice and hot. Next job, fill the kettle. This is your next ingredient. Right then, I'm filling this 5 litre PKP pot with as much water as I can, because it's all food. I'll stop there because I've got to add the veg now. So in we go with the potatoes. Now, I was going to add a stock cube to this, but not everybody's got a stock cube knocking about. And as I say, I'm trying to keep the costs down. Even salt and pepper, I'm not going to bother. I think I'm going to have to tip some of this out. Okay, you can stop there. Continue adding your vegetables into your pot. Think of all that natural goodness going in there. Now give that a bit of a stir so it's all distributed. Smells lovely already. Oh God. Okay, so that's pretty full now. We're going to put this in the pressure cooker. Now, whether it's in a saucepan on your stove or in the oven in a big casserole pot, I'd recommend, if you're cooking it that way, about an hour. Now we come to the stew function, which is that one. And yeah, I'd say about half an hour. Make sure the valve's closed at the top. Closed. And then wait for it to seal. At the minute, it's going to be building some pressure. That will start to rotate in a little while. Let it do its thing. And I'll catch you at the end in 30 minutes. Guys, it's that time. This setting means it's on the keep warm function. So now let's get some bowls and some spoons and we'll get the lid off. Right, it's time to take the lid off. Before we do that, we make sure all the pressure's gone. I've left it to naturally pressure release by itself. But I'm just going to open the valve and let the remaining pressure out. And there you go. Now we can safely take the lid off, being very careful. And then I'll get my spoon. And all that is cooked absolutely perfectly. Now, for those of you who do have stock cubes at home, salt and pepper and such like, I've popped 2 of those in a cup and a vegetable oxo. Large dash of pink Himalayan salt in there and half a teaspoon of white pepper. I like to add this just for a bit more flavour. You don't have to. If you haven't got a stock cube or you haven't got salt and pepper, that's absolutely fine, because this tastes amazing with nothing. You've got all the natural goodness in there. All that, you'll notice I left the skins on as well, because that's where your flavour is, right there in the skins. I wish you could smell this, it's really lovely. Anyway, let's add this stock. Final finishing touch there. I'm even going to rinse the cup out, because do you know what, adding more water is adding more food, isn't it? Give that a stir. Okay guys, obviously if you're a single person, a student, an elderly person, and you can't eat 8 bowls of this stuff in one night, get yourself some of these. They're from B&M. I've used them religiously. It's a gift that keeps on giving, Mrs. Well, you can get the lids off. You can. There, see? Oh, blimey. Okay. That's going to be more than big enough to hold a generous portion of the lobby, stew, casserole, whatever you want to call it, wherever you're from. And you can pop that in your freezer, and I've used them time and time again. They've never let me down. I use them in the dishwasher, they come up almost brand new again. Microwave oven safe, just the job. 10, $1.99. 10, That's 10 meals you can freeze for $1.99. Anyway, earlier I told you about the 36p loaf. It was a white loaf on the screen you saw. Well, I run down there, didn't I? We've got an Aldi's local. And I managed to grab one. But this is wholemeal. 36p, medium sliced wholemeal bread. Slices are a bit thin, but that doesn't matter. So we're going to get some of that out. That brings the whole thing to £3.01 with this bread. Now, that was the white, the malted bloomer I bought. That was 99p. Considerable difference. Considerable. Now using this takes this whole meal to £3.64. Not £3.01. So, whatever your taste is, really, between the two. It's all going to go down nicely with that. Now, let's get ourselves over to the with the bowl. PKP. Let's get some of this lovely goodness out, shall we? Now there you go. If you take a look at that. Vegetables just fall apart. And the broth is amazing. Obviously add your salt and pepper to taste again if you need to. But you can't go wrong with a bit of that, can you? Bit of dipped in bread. Soak up all that lovely goodness. Anyway, that's how we feed 8 people. But I've not finished yet. Right, there's 8 people's dinners in there. But as I say, I haven't finished yet. Look what we've got left over. Look at all that. That means if you keep that in a cool, dark room for up to a week, you can have the same thing again. So basically, we've got roughly 16 meals for £3.01 or £3.64. Obviously you'll have to go and buy another loaf of bread, but what's 36p? You know, on the grand scale of things, 36p, dinner's already in. 16 meals for £3.01 or £3.64 if you want the posh version. I'll leave you with that. Now on to me. Thank you very much for watching. It's been a pleasure, as always. Yeah, I hope you enjoy it. Please click like and subscribe if you like the video. And the notification bell. That lets you know when I've uploaded something. It keeps you in the loop. So, till next time. Till next time, this is Backyard Brummy signing out. This is Backyard Brummy signing out. Catch you around.